got Gabe in Missouri. Advice on meeting the girlfriend's parents tomorrow, and the girlfriend's father is a pastor or a pastor. Hey, Gabe, how's it going? You're on with John and Amanda. If you're still there.
Gabe, you there?
Hello, Gabe.
Oh,
hello, Gabe.
I heard something.
There you are. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
How's it going?
You sound great, Gabe. Sound like Frank Sinatra on that mic.
Nice.
So what have you got for us? You're meeting your girlfriend's parents tomorrow, and her father's a pastor.
Yeah, he's a Lutheran pastor. From what I hear, a little bit on the conservative side. So I'm just wondering if either of you have dealt with a similar circumstance, in general, how to navigate that interaction.
I guess Kelley, first of all, who was our backup host who was on earlier, was raised Lutheran. So we may get Kelley on in a second as well, just to help out with some advice. I have some experience with being with a woman. My wife is non-religious, but her parents, or her mum especially, is very religious. And so how do I navigate it? Just do not talk about it. And sometimes that's really bloody hard. But if you want to be with this girl for a long time, the best thing to do is to just put up and shut up. Wait until they pray and they close their eyes and they put their heads down, and that's when you get your little moment where you go, oh, isn't this silly? And then when they open their eyes again, just go back to normal or how you were before. I've spoken about being a non-believer in a very religious part of the country, and I lost my job because of it. So I know in that instance I should have put up and shut up, but I just couldn't. It sometimes is the easiest way to just go, you know what? I'm just going to listen to what they have to say. It doesn't change anything. If they start praying around you, that's how I would deal with it, if that helps.
Okay. Yeah, I should have clarified. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to kind of echo what John was saying, but in maybe I look at situations like this. I mean, there are a lot of factors to consider, like your partner, your girlfriend, how does she feel about it? Like, is she religious? Like, maybe she has some advice for what you should do or say, and is this a long term? Do they live in the same thing? Or is this thing you're going to be seeing them frequently? Like, all of these things play into it. You have to consider all the factors of the whole situation. But when it comes down to stuff like this, what John said about just kind of going along to get along, I tend to agree. Like, keep the peace, nod your head. You don't have to agree, but diplomacy is the way. Tact and diplomacy is always the way with these sort of things, because they don't want to fight any more than you do generally. They usually want to also like the person that's dating their daughter. So if all you have to do is be a good person, if their daughter likes you well enough, maybe they can too. Maybe they can like you just as well.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to clarify. I've already, my girlfriend already knows I'm an atheist, but she is still at least nominally religious.
She got one foot in the door.
I talked
yeah.
to her about it, and she, she's okay with it. But when I asked her if it would be a problem for her dad, she kind of wasn't sure what to say. So the main hang up I have about it is that, as those conversations go, they're going to ask about my job, and then I should probably ask in return what they do, and then that's gonna lead to him, I'm sure.
You don't have to ask that in return. You don't have to do that at all. You can just change the subject.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, if you do, isn't it interesting to hear? It is for me to hear what people believe and why they believe it.
That's definitely true. Yeah, that's why I watch these shows.
There you go. See, it's going to be difficult because I feel like pastors, especially, and I have been in the room with lots. They tend to be very outspoken, as am I, about my non-belief. But in those instances, it's just listen to what they have to say, and sometimes take it away and go, what do they say about this verse in the Bible? Go and look at that verse in the Bible and go, that is a bit silly, and I don't agree with it for X, Y, and Z. Take it to your personal time and go, this is why I struggled with this, and this is why I don't agree with it. I've got it out in the ether, and I'm done with it. I don't need to say anything to a person to offend them. It might get to the point in a few years, hopefully this girl's the one, and you get to spend the rest of your life with her, maybe, and you'll it might come out eventually that you don't believe, but show them what kind of a person you are that doesn't need belief. My mother-in-law says a lot and it annoys the piss out of me, but she says a lot, but he's such a nice person. When she knows and she talks about me to her friends, he's an atheist, but he's such a nice person. Just be the nice person and don't give them any reason to go, oh, but he's an atheist, so whatever. Just be that good person and just ask them the questions and be a good potential future son-in-law. I may be pushing it a bit farther, and you're just meeting her parents. I'm sorry, Gabe, but you know what I mean. Like, just be a good person and don't give them any reason to not like you as who you are. And if eventually it comes out that you're a non-believer, so what? They already know that you're a great person.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
The other good part
absolutely.
about that is too, and this is something that I've found to be the case quite frequently, is a lot of people, like on the, shall we say, conservative side of the thought line, is that they tend to hold these ideas about people that are outside of their groups as they're a certain way and they do things in a certain way, and they like to generalize, and they like to demonize people that are outside of their little clubs. And once they see that someone that is an atheist or gay or whatever isn't the demon child rapist monster that they thought they were, isn't a blood dripping Satan worshiper that bites the heads off of bats or whatever it is, they get to know a person and they like them, and then they're like, wait a minute, maybe I was wrong about this. Because most of my experience with people that have deeply conservative viewpoints is they just don't seem to really understand anything outside of their own worldview, and nothing's real until it happens to them, kind of. And I don't want to say that that's not true, of course, of all conservative people, but like it's true of a lot of conservative pastors, let's say. And so one of the things that you can do, and you can treat it as an opportunity, I'm going to be a great person and they're going to like me. And then by merit of my tremendously wonderful personality, they're going to come around and maybe like, hey, maybe these atheists aren't all that bad.
There you go. Is that helpful, Gabe?
Absolutely. Yeah. That was a huge help.
Okay. Well, and good luck. Good luck. I did. Kelley said that he grew up Lutheran. I don't know if he had anything else to add. He's shaking his head, so no, he's good. Yeah. So there you go. Well, good luck. Just be the most amazing you, and I'm sure it'll all go well. And feel free to call in and let us know how it went. And if it went the wrong way, we'd love to hear and help wherever we can, just with advice. You don't have to take it, obviously. Or if it goes well, let us know, because this is great.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. It was really helpful.
No worries. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, Gabe. Best of luck to you, my friend.
Yeah.